Welcome to Oncology Podcast News. I'm your host, Ellen Baker. This week's top stories include benefit of colon cancer screening questioned. Even with lung cancer, quitting cigarettes helps. And low-fat diets benefits rejected. In our top story, there's some findings that suggest colon cancer screening might not be worth it for older patients, mainly due to their shortened life expectancy. This according to a report in the Annals of Internal Medicine. The findings are based on a study of 35,755 patients who were at least 67 years of age and were diagnosed with colorectal cancer between 1993 and 1999. Dr. Carrie P. Gross from Yale University School of Medicine in New Haven, Connecticut, and colleagues found that age and the extent of chronic illnesses was strongly linked to life expectancy in the study group. In men who were diagnosed with early-stage colorectal cancer at 67 years of age, the life expectancy decreased from 19.1 years with no chronic conditions to 12.4 years with one or two conditions, and finally to 7.6 years with 3 or more conditions. The corresponding life expectancies in women were 23, 16, and 7 years as anticipated. Life expectancy after cancer diagnosis decreased with age. After being diagnosed with early-stage colorectal cancer, men and women who were 81 years of age with no chronic illness had life expectancies of 10.3 and 13.8 years respectively. Once you've been diagnosed with lung cancer, you might think it's pretty pointless to stop smoking. Well, the fact is, it's never too late to quit, and a new study confirms it. Researchers found that among more than 200 lung cancer patients at their center, those who quit smoking after the diagnosis became less severely impaired by the disease than those who kept up the habit. Specifically, their performance status, which is a measure of a patient's ability to care for themselves and function in daily life, was generally higher, according to findings published in the medical journal Chest. Patients who gave up cigarettes didn't live appreciably longer than those who continued smoking, the study found, but the difference in the quality of life highlights the importance of quitting even after lung cancer develops, according to the study authors. The researchers at the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston based their findings on 206 men and women treated at their center for non-small cell lung cancer, which of the two major forms of lung cancer is the less aggressive type. Of these patients, 93 were smokers at the time of diagnosis, and half subsequently quit. Over the next year, there was no clear difference in survival odds between the two groups. However, patients who quit smoking were far more likely to maintain their performance status, which essentially means they lived better. And in other news, low-fat diets do not protect women against heart attacks, strokes, breast cancer, or colon cancer, a major study has found, contradicting what had once been promoted as one of the cornerstones of a healthy lifestyle. The 8-year study of nearly 50,000 middle-aged and elderly women, by far the largest, most definitive test of cutting fat from the diet, did not find any clear evidence that doing so reduced their risks, undermining more than a decade of advice from many doctors. The findings run contrary to the belief that eating less fat would have myriad health benefits, which had prompted health authorities to begin prominent campaigns to get people to eat less fat, and the food industry to line grocery shelves with low-fat cookies, chips, and other products. Several experts cautioned, however, that the study hints that there still may be some benefits to reducing the total amount of fat in the diet, especially for breast cancer. Plus, there's clear evidence from this and other studies that certain fats like saturated fats from meats and trans fats from processed foods are just plain unhealthy. In other words, eat healthy to stay healthy. And on that food for thought comment, thanks for listening. For Oncology Podcasting, this is Ellen Baker.